Bulgaria was coming from a history in the Olympics that for the last 13 years, there was 0 gold medals. And guess what? She won karate in Japan.
Yeah, that's the joke.
The country.
Yeah.
No matter what happens with the artificial intelligence, there will be always human beings. And now we need to start thinking of, am I replaceable? As a coach, my job is not to give you answers. Do you know why?
Why?
If I give you an answer, now it's me telling you what to do. First of all, the job of a leader is to see things as they are and not worse than they are.
That's my fucking problem. Братко, здравей!
Thank you.
Разговорът ще бъде на английски, така че в началото на разговора сега ви казвам, натиснете C на клавиатурата и ще ви излезнат субтитрите за този разговор. А ако не, пуснете си субтитрите, ако гледате от телефона. Знаете как е.
I can say something in Bulgarian if you want.
Yeah, I want.
Здравейте, прекрасни хора!
You're really good, man. You're really good. You're really good. First, thank you that you're coming here to my studio and to have a conversation with me, because I have a lot of questions to a guy like you, especially the guy which is so close to Toni Робинс. And okay, we'll get to that. First of all, you were what's the definition? Mindset trainer on Ивет Горановa's team?
Mindset coach.
Mindset coach on Ивет Горанова team for winning the gold medal in 2020?
Yes.
Yeah. What the fuck is mindset coaching? How you help her kick the asses of all those women?
Wow, that's a wonderful question. As a mindset coach, my job is to allow individuals. First of all, let me say one thing. Yvette was already amazing by herself. She had a wonderful team, and the federation built around her a team, and they have been working for several years for this goal.
Yeah.
So there was the physio, there was the medical team, there was an amazing trainer, Angel Stefanov, and all the entire federation was there working for Yvette. Mm-hmm. There was only one simple, small thing that was needed. You see, each one of us, you or everybody who's watching us right now, you have something special. You've got greatness within you. And sometimes we have moments in life where we either forget that greatness that's inside of us, or we allow circumstances that are around us remove the focus about it. So what I did was just to bring in back and bring in that small 1 millimeter adjustment. That's all it's needed, which has meant of confidence and also the power of possibility.
You say that this is a 1 millimeter.
Yes.
But I saw her interviews, and she didn't say that you did a 1 millimeter. But it's funny for a man to say that a 1 millimeter is enough for a woman. But you know, you did it, man.
Yes.
You did it. But
in the mind, 1 millimeter can make a huge difference.
Okay. Yeah,
in the mind.
That make difference. Yeah. But she didn't say that you did just a little. She said that you are one of the biggest parts in her team. So how you did it? What you find in her that needs to be adjusted?
Yes, another great question. The point is that
don't value my questions, man.
No, it's really great. It's really great. I mean, they're really smart. The point is that yes, you know, I love flying. One of my biggest dreams is to get a license of a pilot and fly. When you fly, 1 simple millimeter, 1 degree can make you, if you're going to Rome and you want to land in Rome, 1 simple degree can divert you and make you land in Berlin. Mm-hmm. Just 1 millimeter, 1 degree of difference. So it may look like 1 millimeter I'm talking about, but this 1 millimeter in her experience as an athlete was gigantic. That's why her perspective of that 1 millimeter was a lot of contribution and work. Mm-hmm. Every one of us needs somebody to be on your corner. I know that you are a fan of wrestling and you like wrestling. Yeah. There are corners, and everyone needs to have on the side somebody who is by your side, who believes in you, somebody who is there to support you, somebody who is there to tell you, do you know what? It has been a shit day, no problem. It has been a challenge, no problem. Let's focus on what we have done already and let's build up on. And one of the things that helped her so much was, number one, having the different perspective of possibility. You see, we live in a world where we are being told more about our limitations than our potentials.
Yeah.
Okay? And before upstairs, me and you were sharing some stories about that. We live in a moment where people are talking of what you cannot do rather than encouraging you of what potentially could be done. And it's scientifically proven that if a kid, you tell him no, several times, it will require 3-4 times more yes. To cancel that no and that negative thing you have said. So the proportion is 1:4. So if you tell a kid, no, you can't, 4 times, it will take 16 times at least to make him have the belief within that. And one of the major things I worked with Ivette was Bulgaria was coming from a history in the Olympics that for the last 13 years, there was 0 gold medals.
In the
Olympic
karate,
Games.
Yeah.
No, karate was the first ever time in history.
Real?
Yes.
We don't have any gold for 13 years in Olympics?
Yes, in all Olympics. There was no gold for Bulgaria.
That's
there
incredible.
was some bronze, some silver, but 0 gold.
We used to kill them on this.
Yeah, the last gold was on, I think it was heavy lifting in Beijing in China, 2008. So for 13 years, there was no gold. So I had to build in her the picture that it's possible, that you can do it. And literally, we were visualizing the moment where she was on the podium singing the national anthem, which I also ended up to learn.
Yeah.
Okay, Mila Rodino. And
was it important for you?
Yes, it was important because you create an anchor. So whenever she will listen to that, immediately she has the picture that that's where I belong to, that's where I am. And in my work, we create anchors. So if I would work with you or with anybody, I would find an element and we create a positive anchor. And every time your brain associates to that, then your new identity steps in.
New identity?
Yes.
Did you name? What do you mean?
Yes, new identity. Okay, let's imagine this. Yvette is her real name. But with the name of Yvette or with the name Mouzes, okay? For example, my name is Mouzes. That's my real name. But in Mouzes' name, you have all my failures, all the things which didn't work out at all. And as I was growing with one of my coaches, we shifted my identity. And now my name, one of my identities is Tsunami of Success. You know, when a tsunami comes, you cannot control it.
Yeah.
When a tsunami comes, you can't stop it. So anybody who comes and encounters me automatically is overwhelmed by success, emotionally, financially, personally, socially. That's what it is, because my life, my new identity is an identity of impact. So I had to work with Yvette and kind of cancel all the things which didn't work out previously and now create something new. And that's why she was able to win every single game, because every time she was stepping into that identity of who she was seeing herself in right now.
What was her name then?
Unstoppable Bulldozer.
Bulldozer. And you mean like when you are getting into mode working with her?
Yeah.
You didn't say Yvette, you say Bulldozer, come here?
Yes.
So she can crush all of them like Bulldozer?
Because all the time listening the name bulldozer, it creates a new identity.
Isn't it a bit childish, this?
Yes, but you know what? We need to have fun. Life is made of fun.
Yeah.
We are too serious as adults. That's why when I told you upstairs, you need to go by yourself in Disneyland. It's for kids.
Yeah.
We need to go back to be kids. At my events, we have balloons, we have many things, and there's a lot of fun because when you have fun, actually you learn faster.
Yeah, it is. It is like that.
Actually, you create a transformation when you're having fun. When something is boring, there is resistance. Oh, I need to do that. Oh. So there's a kind of resistance. But when you're having fun, everything is open. So yes, it's childish.
You know, I have one situation in my life when I was a kid. Now, when you say that, it pops up. And now I understand it. When I was a kid, I was this from these kids that they don't want to sleep at the middle of the day. You know, I was like playing all day. You cannot get me into bed. And my grandmother, one day she yelled at me like, "Stop playing, get into bed." And then my grandfather, he came and he said to her, "Why are you yelling at him? He's just playing." And she was like, "It's time to go to bed." And he said, "No. There is no time to bed when you have to learn." And I was like, that didn't mean anything. But she let me play, you know. And after that, I asked him, "Dad, I didn't learn anything. Why you let me play and not made me go to the bed?" And he's like, "You see the cats? We have a little cats because he was in the village in the house. We have a little cats." And he said, "See, they play all day. They make you feel like they are gonna broke something, but they just play. That's how they learn to catch a mouse after that, because they're playing with a ball, with everything. That's how they learn. And when you play, you learn.
Absolutely.
And when you learn, it's more important to go to bed."
Absolutely.
And I was like, the biggest bullshit ever heard. And now, like 30 years after that, you came and you say exactly the same.
Absolutely. What a great memory of your granddad.
Never had it before, like pops up right now.
Yeah. Your granddad was a wise man.
He still is. But, okay. How did you get in this team? Why? Is there mental coaching in other countries' Olympic teams? Is in the Russian team, is there a mental coach?
I can tell you one thing. Every single team or every single area or industry where you want to perform on an excellent level, everybody has a support like my figure, somebody like me who is there to support them in every type of level. Now, in the Western world, it's more developed, especially in USA, but now it's also spreading. And one of the first teams that had this member in the team was Liverpool football. The years when Liverpool was great and they were winning everything, those are the years when Liverpool had a mindset coach, Steve Peters, an amazing man. And those are the years when Liverpool was winning everything, was always in finals. And it was the last part of the career of Steven Gerrard. So that Liverpool there wasn't the biggest one on the paper, okay? But they were the ones who won everything. And let me tell you an episode. And this episode is painful for me. I'm in Italy. And I'm in university. It's 2005. And it's the final. AC Milan against Liverpool.
Yeah, but I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a Liverpool
Istanbul, 2005.
Yeah.
And now AC Milan is winning 3-0 on the first half.
Yes, it was like that. And do you know what I did? I went to bed.
Wait. Everybody started to celebrate. Me and my friends started having drinks and everybody. And guess what? The management of AC Milan went down in the locker room and started celebrating with the players as though it was done, because a 3-0, it's impossible to. It's closed.
Yeah.
But guess what happened? The next 45 minutes, they came back in, and these people were hungry.
Damn.
They were hungry. 3-1, 3-2, 3-3.
Penalties. Let's go.
And then they won. So AC Milan, that was one of the worst losses of AC Milan on the final of Champions League. And also AC Milan had built a strong period of career. They had won the 2003 Champions League, final in 2005, and then 2007. But AC Milan had the strong team. Yeah. But in that final, the mindset went down. Liverpool was not the strongest team, but the mindset was number one. So I can tell you, every single champion who has achieved something incredible has always had a mentor coach, a mindset coach by his side. For example, let's get Phelps. Phelps, the swimmer, okay? Toni Робинс was his mentor in one of the Olympic Games. And in one Olympic game, he won 16 gold medals.
Yeah, it was a record.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So anybody wants to achieve something incredible. Serena Williams, Agassi, name them. And now we've got also an amazing Bulgarian who, through the help of a mindset coach, has been able to achieve that. And it's not that I have any magic powers, anything. I know how the brain works. I know how human behavior is. And I know how to unlock that. But there has to be a good foundation. There has to be a desire, because Ivette had a strong desire that had to be turned on. There has to be a support, because you cannot work on your mind, but then you don't have anybody supporting you with the technique, nobody supporting you with the nutrition. You don't have a federation who's not making you worry about anything.
Yeah.
That's all the element. And then there was just the cherry on the cake, which was the final support by the corner, working on her belief, and then going and kicking asses to everybody. And guess what? She won karate in Japan.
Yeah, that's the joke.
The country
where
karate was created. Yeah. So, yeah.
You know, when you go into the Olympic Games, and you have not only one fight, you have I should say a journey.
Yes.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
And you are beside her. There is ups and downs. Yeah. It doesn't matter that she always wins. There is a mental up and down.
Absolutely.
Can you give me an example, one episode of it? Is it something that you pops in your mind? It's like after the third game, I don't know.
Okay, so what?
It's like, give me an example when I said that.
What happened particularly with her is that we prepared everything. So it was me, the trainer, and her. We prepared every single step.
Yeah.
So, we had to make sure that when you turn on the engine and she's on the tatami ready to fight, she's on the maximum peak. But then when she gets off, we need to cool down and turn it off.
How does that happen?
Well, it's not easy to explain here, but it's all... one example could be breathing technique.
To get the pulse down?
To cool down. Yeah. But then
She's incredible.
Her fight, the cool down period was just a couple of minutes because it goes so fast.
Yeah.
So it was important to be on the peak, cool down, be on the peak, cool down, be on the peak, cool down.
A roller coaster. That's a roller coaster.
Yeah. And one thing she told me after, she said at the end, hey, Mouzes, I wanted to fight more. And I said, you have just won a gold medal and you have done 5 wins straight with no losing anyone, because to get to the final, you have to win everything plus the final against the number 1 in the world, Terliuga, Angelica Terliuga, the number 1 in the world ranking. So what happened was that she said, hey, Mouzes, I wanted to fight more. And I said, are you crazy? I mean, you've just won. He said, no, Mouzes, because you made it so hard in the preparation that when I went, it was so easy and I wanted to fight even more. Okay? So one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, always used to say, work harder on yourself than on your job. So that's the same principle I did with her. Mentally,
that's a good advice.
Mentally, we worked more on the mind side. So when she was going to fight, it would have been easy. But now it wasn't easy because it was a preparation of 4-5 years of preparation to get there, working with the team and doing everything else.
Where'd you grow up, man?
Where did I grow up? Huh. That's really interesting.
Do you want to get naked?
Yeah, let's get naked. Come on, let's do it.
Let's get naked.
All right.
When you grew up, what happened in your life to do this? What happened? Why you don't become a builder?
Okay.
Why?
Because
how you choose this path, or the path choose you? What happened?
I respect builders. I respect anybody who does any type of job. Actually, I used to do a very humble job. I used to be a bartender. I used to be the guy cleaning the beaches in Italy, preparing everybody to come and sit down and
Italy. You're not from Italy.
Yeah, I was born in Uganda. And I moved to Italy with all my family when I was 1990. So I guess I was just nearly 6 or something like that.
Oh, you were really small.
Yeah, and we moved to Italy, and I did all my schools and everything there in Italy. And the reason why I started doing what I'm doing is because,
is your brother?
Yeah, that's me and my brother, John Mark. Yeah. Yeah, you can see that style of the early 90s. Yeah. And
you change a bit.
Yes.
You get off the tie.
Yeah. My mom always wanted us to be presidential. So my mom always, I'm so grateful for her because she always taught me how to be, and I talk about this in the book.
Get the book, eh?
Always how to be.
That's how I sell a book. Get a book.
Always how to be not settle for mediocrity. So even if we didn't grow up with so much possibility, she always made sure. One story about my mom.
Yeah, get it.
My mom, when it comes to Sunday, and Sunday is the only day. That picture was taken on Sunday when we went to church and we were coming back to church. And Sunday was either we were going to the restaurant with all the family, me, my dad, and my mom and my brother, or Sunday was the day when you get out the special cutlery, special cups, special glasses. Yeah. So Sunday, even till now, even though we have grown up and we are busy and we are running up and down, if I ever try on a Sunday to not put the good tablecloth, the good glasses, the good forks, and the good knives, she will start screaming, "It's Sunday. Respect yourself. It's Sunday. Keep your high standards." My mom always taught me and my brother to fight against mediocrity. So I had this installed in me that there is more. There is more. Do not settle for just being average. I don't like being average. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be better than you. No, I'm better than you for myself than me. So the Mouzes you see today, I need to work that the Mouzes you see tomorrow is better than the Mouzes you saw today. Today I have the privilege of having this chat with you. The next time I come and I'm with you, okay, I want you to meet another Mouzes, a better Mouzes.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody else or no. This is better Mouzes for myself.
Yeah, nobody else is involved,
Yeah. And once we work on this mindset and we have this type of perspective, there's no need to fight. There's no need to be jealous or envious. Actually, I want to come next time and see a better Toto, somebody who's doing something else, a more impact, bigger audience, and doing more things. That's my wish for you. That's called maturity, and we grow together, not fighting together. And if the world could have and understand this message, things will be completely different. So as my job is to allow you to see different perspectives, and I am the product of the product.
Yeah.
That's why I started doing this.
Next time I'll try to get rid of my belly.
Let's do it together. I'm going to work.
Do you have any?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No,
Trust me. Trust me. Actually,
you have a weak Sundays. I have better Sundays. Sorry, man.
I do have a belly. But you know what? I'm planning with my personal trainer to do. If you want to do it extreme, it's going to be a 16-week, which is going to be mainly chicken, broccoli, and things like that.
Yeah, I'm on that like a 2 months, and there's nothing.
Or I will do a softer one, which is going to be 20 weeks. But I have a target. I want to shift completely my body.
You want to get shredded?
Yes,
Damn.
in 16 or 20 weeks. That's what I'm going to work on. And I'm going to start on after the holiday, which I'll spend on the Black Sea.
Every time after the holiday.
Yeah. But do you know why? Because at least I'm honest with myself.
Yeah.
Because if I say I start now, and then me and you today, we go out for dinner, and we have a couple of drinks, this will go and work on my self-confidence.
Yeah, that's the problem. My friends, I told them, stop calling me, please. Leave me alone to get rid of my belly. No, man. I'm sorry about the jokes, you know?
No, it's all right. But that's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Your environment is stronger than your will.
Where is the truth? Like, where is position in your plan, in your life? The truth. How can you rank it? It's like first, second, or?
Oh, okay.
Where is the truth in your life?
Okay.
Because this is like from you telling the truth about somebody else, so he can dust them off and get working on the truth. Where is the truth on your rank?
So in my book, on chapter 7, I talk about shared values, okay? And then in chapter 14, I talk about integrity. What do I mean by this? Integrity is my highest value. And if you want, integrity is made of truth.
Yeah.
So as I was telling you upstairs, a lot of times in my industry, people like me, or people who have a voice, or people who have a chance to be on TV or newspapers, normally what we know about them is the end part of the story.
Yes.
The shining shoes.
Yeah, it is.
The moment of success. But it's hard to understand how they came from it. The Mouzes you see now is not a Mouzes that came in overnight. What you see as an overnight success is years. Like you told me, what the success you have now comes from 15 to even more years. Yeah. Okay? Because nobody knows what the obstacles, the hurdles you had to overcome to become who you are right now. So I would say truth is definitely on the top 3. But the top one is integrity. And if you want, integrity can be put with truth.
With the truth, yeah.
Let me tell you a story. When I was in Italy and I'd finished uni, I thought, okay, I've finished uni. Let me go and now crack the world. Let me go and smash it. And I ended up in a job which the advertisement was talking of position of commercial director. Wow, managerial position. Yeah. I got my blue navy suit, my white shirt, my nice black shoes.
Mom will be happy.
Yes. Yeah. And I removed my earring. I had a piercing here. I removed it. I went there, and then I realized that it wasn't that. It was a door-to-door sales.
Yeah.
So they were giving me the briefcase, and I had to go everywhere. But I was so humble and I wanted to have an experience. And I said, you know what? I will not complain. But this already clashed against my values of integrity. How can you put job advertisement which says one thing to attract brilliant people and then it's something else?
Something else, yeah.
So I was angry, but then I decided, do I want to be angry or I want to take up this opportunity? Anyway, I could grow, climb the ladder. And I did. From door-to-door sales, going to knock, and some people were saying, oh, your black friends have just come here.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah, your black friends selling socks and selling napkins have come, selling umbrellas and roses have just come here.
Yeah.
And I was there, okay, thank you so much. With my navy suit and my tie, thank you so much. But I realized that I could overcome these challenges because if you'll hear me speaking Italian, I speak better Italian than Italians themselves.
For real?
Okay? And I know the law. So,
and you know the law,
yes. So with my eloquence of speaking, I would just shut them down because they did not expect that.
a black man to know this good.
Yeah, to be
Italian.
so eloquent and speaking so well educated. But then, why was I saying this? Oh, because of integrity.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that advertisement of the job, but then I went and did it, and I went ahead with it, and I kept integrity to myself because I had said I was going to get a job, so I kept my word. So at the end of the day, I didn't expect them to be with integrity, but I kept my own integrity and I did my job. The reason why I was saying this, now I got it. The reason why I said this is because some of my colleagues were signing contracts with clients, and some clients gave all the details of the contract. We were selling commodities, electricity and gas contracts.
Yeah.
Some clients were putting all the bank details, names, but then at the end they were not signing. Some colleagues, do you know what they did?
They signed it.
They went in the office, signed, and showed the boss, I've done this, I've done that. I have still now in my mom's house, I have the briefcase with some contracts, which everything is filled up, but there's no signature. My level of integrity refused me to get a coin in exchange for putting a lie ahead. Now, some of my colleagues at that time went through troubles in laws.
After that?
Yes.
Of course.
Because what goes around comes around. I didn't have anything. I didn't make money, but then I was the only one who was promoted and climbed the ladder. Other ones instead just ended up in their own stray. I'm not saying I'm holy, but integrity is my highest value. And instead of getting money, I chose to, no, do you know what? No problem. It doesn't matter.
How do you say colleagues, but it was in a different genre. Can we speak about your colleagues in this? Because I know that you work with Toni Робинс, and you are his representative for Bulgaria or for Balkans, I don't know.
Yeah, for Bulgaria. And sometimes also Eastern Europe, but mainly Bulgaria. I have the rights for Bulgaria itself.
What does that mean?
That means that, okay, so there are a very small number of people who can be proudly say that I am Toni Робинс representative.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? Basically, through Success Resources, who is the gigantic promoter and organizes events for Toni Робинс out of USA, I became his promoter. What does it mean? I have the rights of representing him and speaking on his behalf. I started doing this since 2019 when I was going across Europe with a team of Success Resources. And then my lovely fiancée, Totka, said, do you know what? Because she was the director of Success Resources UK.
Yeah.
Okay, she was literally my boss. She said, you are the right person because of your energy, because of who you are. You're the right person to go and speak in Bulgaria for my country. No, I wasn't yet the representative of Toни. I was representing him through Success Resources, through the main office in London. But at that time, we didn't get yet the rights for Bulgaria. So the first time I came to speak in Bulgaria was in 2019, 16th of March. And it was really cold when I came over here.
It's March, man.
Yeah. There was still snow. I mean, it was spring, but there was still snow. Okay. And I had a chance to speak and inspire 600 leaders who were there at Holiday Inn. And after that, I was working on the biggest project of Toni Робинс, Business Mastery in Amsterdam. And then having a chat, me and Totka, we were not together at that time yet.
Yeah.
We said, you know what? Let's go and do something, and let's do something more impactful, and let's go and work, and let's get the contract to represent Toni Робинс, because both of us, we love him. Bulgarians loved you. It was an amazing experience, and it allows us to build up the market. So the job of me and Totka was to come on behalf of Toni Робинс and Success Resources, build up the market in Bulgaria. And now, proudly, we are going to take about 60 Bulgarians in Birmingham in the next 8 weeks. next 8 weeks, we are in Birmingham with Toни Робинс, and we are carrying with us about approximately 60 Bulgarians.
You have one place?
Sorry?
You have one place?
Yeah.
Okay.
More than welcome.
Yeah. That's really good. That's okay.
Yeah. And talking about friends, because you told me that your friends is a little bit of a challenge when it comes to your...
No, I'm joking. I don't have any friends.
The point is this, that my coach used to tell me one thing. He used to tell me, Mouzes, watch out your peer group.
Yeah.
Watch out who you hang out with. Now, in my experience, I have learned that there are 3 categories of people. There are people that you lead. So these people look at you for inspiration. They look at you for guidance. So people that you lead. So you are giving to them. And then there's a middle category. These are people that you laugh with. So these are your peer group, people who are playing the game at the same level with you. So you can chill down and you can be yourself.
Yeah.
There's no need of teaching. There's no need of doing anything. You can be with them. Have a drink, laugh. No heavy stuff up here. Nothing. Just easy stuff. Laugh with them, chill with them, playing the same game. But then there's another level of people that you need to learn from.
Yeah.
And these are people that play the game on a different level. Play the game on a level that makes you feel sometimes, actually most of the times, uncomfortable. And you should desire to be in that spot, because that's where you grow. So if you're the smartest person in the room, okay, there's something wrong. We know all this phrase. And I knew this, but I was not understanding it until I started rubbing the shoulders with people like Garri V, Robert Kiyosaki, Toni Робинс himself.
How the fuck? I love those guys. And I love all of them.
And rubbing the shoulders with them, you realize, oh, I'm so small.
This guy.
I'm so small. Who am I? What's going on? But then that's when you grow, because you look at them, you see them, and that's it. And being in the environment of Toni Робинс, one thing that really struck and helped me is his level of certainty. I remember when I was at the beginning of my career, I was selected by his PA to do something, and they in the environment of Toni Робинс, we call him the big man. We don't mention his name.
Yeah, he is the big man.
Yes.
So he's incredible. He's incredible.
So what happens? They told me, you need to move to this lane during the fire walk. And Toni Робинс is always the first one to walk on fire. And while he had to start working on fire, I saw in him the level of certainty of how he shifted. And he got total certain, and he went walking on fire. And that for me was the biggest lesson of Toni Робинс. Because that same level of certainty, I bring it when I work with my clients. That same level of certainty, I transfer it to my clients. When Ivette was going to fight, she had a level of total certainty. Get out of my way. This is mine. This belongs to me. When I work with business owners and we need to work on a sales strategy, or when I'm working with a sales team, I always tell them, clients will not buy the product. Because what's the difference between this phone or your phone? At the end of the day, you take pictures, it sends emails. What's the difference? But it's the level of your certainty that you transmit to the client that will make them buy this one instead of the other one.
Okay. You give me a hint. It's not a hint. You open the door. Let's talk about how you motivate leaders, because in one structure, the leader is a guy whose job is to motivate. And you motivate leaders? That's like being God to the gods.
Yeah.
Give me something. Give me something in this. You work with in Bulgaria with Philip Morris.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends there who are leaders.
Yeah.
How you work with them? What do you explain them? How you make them better leaders? Because if something is not working, probably it's from the leader.
Absolutely.
How you work with them? What's happening? Did they tell you the problem of the structure, or you work them not because of the problem in the structure? You work them with them in inside problems. With
Absolutely.
how you do that?
Let me tell you one thing. First of all, the job of a leader is to see things as they are and not worse than they are.
That's my fucking problem.
Okay?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Because people who are not leaders see things worse than they are. A leader sees things as they are, exactly as they are, with a total objective perspective, with no emotions and no judgments, and then works on finding solution. So when all the other people panic, a leader looks at it. Okay, now let's do this. Meanwhile, other people, it's the end of the world.
Panic,
we have lost. This. No, we can't make it. A leader sees things as they are instead of seeing them worse than they are. Now, one of the things that people call me to help and train leaders is basically effective communication. I don't work with leaders when it comes to the technical part or what they have to do, because they are the number one. They are world-class leaders in their side, on their own respective side. And most companies do a mistake. They focus on training their teams on technical upgrades, technical product, on what has to be done. This has to be sold like this, the price, this is made of this, technical stuff.
Yeah.
But let me tell you one thing. There's a ratio which is 80 or 90% is made of your mindset, so psychology, and 10 or 20 is technical. You want to perform, you want to have results in life, mechanics is only 10 or 20. All the rest is your mindset. And when you talk about mindset, you talk about a lot of things. Because when you talk about mindset, it's also the baggage you bring with yourself.
Yeah, from
the
life.
luggage that you bring from your past, from your experience, from your growing up, your emotions. So sometimes leaders may not perform simply because the wife the evening before screamed at him. And now the team is working on that low vibration, or probably is going through a challenge emotionally, a challenge in the family, a challenge in their health, which then is affecting the results. That's why somebody like me, the job is to be co-creators together and creating a result that is specific that we want to achieve. Because at the end of the day, I tell always leaders, business is a reflection of who you are. You cannot separate the leader in the job. Let's say, for example, a leader in Philip Morris. You can't just put on the suit of a leader and then go and be a leader when you have shit going on in your life and emotionally you are overwhelmed. It will reflect in your production. It will reflect in how you execute. It will reflect in your performance. So I always say this, business is an extension of who you are. That's why my job is not to work on the technical, mechanical part. My job is to support you and give a different perspective and make you have awareness of what's going on deep inside of you. And once we fix those, then that will reflect automatically in a super production and amazing results. And this works with everybody. You can be a janitor, you can be a president, you can be a leader, business owner, an athlete. Works with everybody. Works with every single person. Now, I do not want to generalize, but that based on my experience and working with so many people, once we fix the mindset, once we fix what's happening inside, the outside is just a reflection of it.
We need to work. Okay, my man. Okay. Where you learn that?
Okay, so I learned this because, first of all, as I said before, I'm a product of the product. But then, most of the things that I am doing, I didn't learn them by reading books or going to seminars. I learned them by doing.
Yeah.
By doing. At the beginning of my career, I was spending so much time coaching and speaking with people, and I was always asking, what is it that can make the difference in this situation? So I was doing my own research. And then what happens is that as human beings, we all have the same type of patterns. So things keep on repeating, but they're in different names, in different sources. Yeah. Okay, if you want to talk about food, okay, maybe the same dish, but with different sauces. Yeah. With different flavors, but at the end of the day, it's the same foundation. It's the same thing because we're all human beings. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating because at the end of the day, human beings, the secret of life is progress.
You know what? Since you say that you work with a lot of leaders, the most common, for me, the most common problem in the environments of leaders is the burnout. Did I strike
Strong accord.
Yeah, strong accord, yeah.
Okay.
How do you find the burnout? Is it real? Because, you know, there is... they say that there is nothing like burnout, and the other people say, oh, this is the most common problem in business, burnout, and in university, in kids, in everywhere. Burnout is a main issue.
Yeah.
How you define burnout, and how you, if you are trying to fight it, how you fight with this?
Okay, this is a very interesting question, and it's so common. It's so common. It's so common, and I had also a kind of direct experience. Somebody really close to me.
Искам кафе, извиня. Искам кафе. Благодаря. Sorry, I want coffee because this is my... It's my theme now.
Okay.
Let's talk about...
All right. No problem. So what happens is a burnout, as the word says it, it's a moment in time when you literally burn, you literally give up. Okay? So the brain has there's a part of the brain called amygdala.
Yeah.
And the amygdala is the one which determines the reactions that we get. And sometimes we can react with a fight mode. We can react with a freeze mode. We paralyze, we stop, we park. We can react with a flight mode. We run away from we run away from situations. Or we can react with a fall mode. Enough.
I give up.
Enough, I give up. It's no, that's it. Okay?
And that's the final mode.
So what happens is that in my experience as a coach, by the way, let me say one thing. I'm not giving any clinical advice at all. Because if a burnout has been gone through a clinical procedure and everything, I'm not going to get into that. Let me talk about what is the phase of burnout, which has not yet been clinically staged, or there's a clinical therapy on it. Yeah. I'm not qualified for that, and I'm not going to get into that. Let me talk about what could be the causes of the burnout. Number one, in leaders, burnout comes out from mainly excessive control or excessive desire to control and manage everything by yourself.
Control obsessive, yeah.
So because you are controlling, you believe that nobody else can do what I'm doing, and you want to control every single process. You want to make sure that it's done, that if they don't do it, let me do it me, and that overwhelms you, until your heart says, hey, enough.
Yeah.
I cannot cope your speed.
Yeah.
Another element is that, and this is what I realize it's becoming really common, people are not in their mission. Scientifically, there's a study which says, and it's not Mouzes saying it, when do heart attacks happen? They happen on a Monday morning between 6:30 and 9:30. And that's the time when people are heading to a job they don't like, they don't want to do, it's not fulfilling them. and they're heading to that. And do you know when it happens? Most of the times, studies in America, it happens in a toilet.
Damn!
For example, one of my business partners in UK, 3 years ago, he had an heart attack in the toilet. Literally was on the toilet and he had a heart attack, and this happened in the evening. Now, he was overwhelmed and he was not in his mission. He was doing something which he had enough, but he could not get out of it because he was in the rat race.
Yeah.
And it was, in his mind, it was painful living the rat race. And when it comes to burnout, and I work with my clients, I always work with two elements in nature which are important: pain and pleasure. You see, each one of us is either getting out of a situation where there's pain, mm-hmm. and we want to go to pleasure, or sooner or later, because we're not challenging ourselves, we're not working on ourselves, we are heading towards pain. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you deliberately choose to stay in that situation which you know it's not your mission, you know it's not your call in life, but in your mind, if I leave that job, if I leave that toxic relationship, if I leave it, it's going to be worse than where I am right now. So let me stay. But the moment you keep on staying there, the moment when your heart says, enough. So actually, some physical signals that you may, some physical results that you may have, like brain fog, when you feel exhausted and tired, when suddenly you just turn off and you just fall asleep wherever you are, you start forgetting things, leaving suitcases in the airport and just going ahead without anything like that, losing the phone and all these things. Basically, these are signals, mm-hmm. symptoms that you need to carry, to pause, to take a break, to shift something, and to get into a new phase of your life, a new moment of your life. And literally ask yourself, am I living the purpose of my life? Or I'm living the life of somebody else just to please somebody else? And this level of burnouts are happening even in younger people. Yeah. We used to see these things happen to elderly people, but now the average age is slightly going down. Yeah. More teenagers, more young people are getting into these type of situations of burnout. Mm-hmm. Explain me, how is it? You don't want to disappoint your parents. Yeah. You don't want to disappoint the society. Somebody has built a name, a family of dentists for generations. Yeah. You have to be a dentist too, so you can keep on the legacy of the family. But I don't want to be a dentist. I want to be an artist. Now, what do you do?
Yeah. You should become an artist, but by the pressure, you became a dentist. And then you have a shit one day and die.
Or one day life gives you signals that you're not in your right path. Do something. Do something.
You know, now they are watching.
Yeah.
Everyone. They're saying, okay, Mouzes, just give us a fucking answer. Because they're expecting from guys like you,
yeah,
to give a fucking answer. Because we live in this type of, I don't know, that's the community. Now we want answers.
Okay. And let me tell you one thing. As a coach, my job is not to give you answers. Do you know why?
Why?
If I give you an answer, now it's me telling you what to do. Mm-hmm. Now, who has the responsibility? You or me? Mm-hmm. You're delegating again the responsibility to me. Yeah. As my job as a coach, my major role is through talking to you, through coaching, and through techniques, allow you to have different perspectives so you can take up a better decision. The word decision comes from Latin, which means recedere, which means cut. So if you don't take up a decision, you're not cutting off something. So if I take up the decision for you, it's me who has made that cut.
Yeah.
Now, you may think, oh, that's the easiest thing. Decide for me. Tell me what to do, Mouzes, and I will do it. I have clients who do all this all the time. And I say,
Yeah, I want you to explain it.
no, I don't take up the decision for you. I give you different perspectives which allow you to have a different type of view. You see, my job...
It's your decision.
My job is like this. I'm a coach, so I'm from the outside of the pitch. You are playing the game here in the pitch.
Yeah.
But you have a limited vision. Literally what's happening there with the ball. Me who is outside, externally, I have a global vision and I can see everything. Now I can tell you, hey, look at that. Before you pass the ball there, look at who's coming on your side. Because I do see it. I don't know if you guys love American football. NFL.
Yeah.
In American football, there are other coaches on the top of the pitch. The quarterback has a radio and the coach has a radio. So now the coach has a vision from the pitch, but then he has also other people who are visualizing from above
The whole picture.
the whole picture, and now they're talking to him and he's talking to the quarterback. Now they know how to throw the ball. There's that spot there empty. Now you can choose either to throw it there or you throw it there. What are you doing, quarterback?
Yeah.
Now the quarterback decides.
Yeah, but his decision. Yeah.
It's his decision.
You know, yesterday I saw one guy explaining about the problem and the dream. It was really fascinating for me. He's using his fingers. It's like exactly like you did on the pitch. But he's saying, if you put one finger here and one finger here, which finger is bigger? Probably this one. But actually it's not bigger. It's just
Perspective.
in front of you, yeah. And do you imagine? It's your dream is the problem. The problem always seems bigger because you choose to problem for the problem to be in front of you and your dream to be far away. And he say that's why when people say see the problem bigger than the dream and live up the dream.
Absolutely.
You just have to, with no emotion, have to put the problem next by the dream. And you will see, is it bigger or it's not? Most of the times, it's exactly the same or it's smaller. But the perspective is killing you. And I was like, that's one of the keys, man. The freaking perspective. Because the problem is now, it's in front of you, you have to decide. And that's why, when you're paralyzed by the problem, and somehow, some way, some Mouzes come and say, you know, I am the guy who's coaching your mindset. And this guy so into his problem. He say, okay, just move the fucking finger. Tell me how. Tell me. You won't answer. And your job is just to move their hands, to give them a perspective. It was a good example for me.
It was a perfect
Thank you,
illustration.
Because, and I saw it yesterday, it was fascinating. I was like, really? The problem is not bigger than the dream. Sometimes it's smaller. But my perspective is here. I have a lot of work, man. We have a lot of work. I love speaking with you. Can you tell me about the book? Where they can find it? Where they can buy it? We're not over. I just want to know about the book.
Yeah. This book, Poveche, which means more, become more and give more, is an amazing journey. And you can find it on my website, www.mouzesnaloka.bg.
Open site, mate. Your site is BG, huh?
BG, yes.
MouzesNaloka.bg.
OBO.com, but for our friends, Bulgarians, BG.
BG, yeah.
And purchasing the book, I'm giving them a gift, which is a 97 level gift, which is a video course, because this will help you to have awareness.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to give you practical tools through a video course about limiting beliefs. So there is it.
Do we have, имаме ли фломастер, маркер, химикал? Can you sign it for me?
Yes.
Oh, you always have. I
I have a pen, but if you got a marker, it's even better.
I think it's really big. No, We have a pen. You have a pen. Do your pen.
No,
Pen.
I had a pen.
Apple. Apple pen. No, I'm just joking.
Well, it disappeared. I left it upstairs.
You see? That's my magic. That's my magic. How you end up in the company of Gari V and these guys?
Because I have the privilege of being...
I love them. I want you to know, I love these guys.
Fantastic. I have the privilege of being one of the speakers of Success Resources.
That's a privilege, man.
Success Resources is the biggest promoter of many speakers, and they have in their parterre all these speakers like this.
Is it Garri V's energy always that pumped up, man? He's like always on drugs. I love him because of it.
Yeah.
Because I hope he's not on, but I love his energy.
No, he's not all on drugs.
No, he's not.
That's his audience, and he needs to match that level of energy with them because he is on a mission of shaking the youngsters.
Yeah,
so he dresses like them, he talks like them, and he's inspiring them. Youngsters really love him, really love him. They like him, and he's really powerful.
And he's always on social.
He's always on social media. He's teaching all the power of social media and teaching all the keys of how to use these tools. And if you're not using them, you are literally backwards.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what he preach.
So you told me you want to have it not on the cover, also here.
I want on you.
On me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like here. It doesn't matter.
No worries.
And then you're gonna do it on my board.
Yeah.
I wanted a board. I'm collecting it, and one day I'll probably sell all of the autographs somewhere for some campaign. I think so. Can you multitask?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I can't. You know. If I'm writing, there's no other way doing anything else.
No problem. I can do that. Go ahead.
No. I want to ask in the first in the beginning of the interview. I want you to explain me, how did you get in this team for the Olympics? Who find you?
Oh.
Did you how you end up there?
Really interesting.
Who says, hey, we have a need, it should be filled up? Find someone from Italy, from Uganda.
Let me tell you what happened.
Straight up from London to come here to Bulgaria to travel him to China.
When was it? It was...
What story is that?
Yeah, so it was 2020, and we did a tour in Plovdiv, Burgas, Varna, and Sofia. And I finished the tour in
Bulgaria, that's a national tour.
Yeah,
it's a national 3 towns, that's a national tour.
4 towns, national tour. And I finished it with a wonderful event in Joy Station here in Sofia. And during this tour, I managed to work with several managers of Happy. And actually, I went to train 30 managers of Happy together with the CEO of Happy in their building near Marinella Hotel. So I went there and did the event with them, a private event, a private training only for the leaders. And among this, there was the area manager. And this area manager loved me immediately, and he was so impressed, and he started putting in practice some practical tools of how to effectively communicate with the team. So fast forwarding everything, it is June 2021, because of COVID, Olympics was cancelled to the next year. It was June 2021. Actually, what day is it today?
I don't know.
Today is what day? Today is 60th.
I hope it's Monday, so I live through.
So exactly 3 days from now is 2 years when they called me. Let me tell you how it happened. So I'm in South Kensington in my flat, and I was finishing to do a training for one of our partners in Italy. It was on Zoom because the events were closed. So I was in my room doing the event with my laptop, everything. And suddenly my fiancé receives a call from one of our assistants. And one of our assistants says, "Hey, Mouzes, there is the Karate Federation who want to work with you." And I said, karate?
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know anything about karate. My only knowledge of karate comes from Karate Kid.
Yeah, Jackie Chan. Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Okay, and Daniel San. What? That's my only knowledge.
Enough. Karate.
Enough. So, say karate, okay. But I remember what Richard Branson said one day in a table, and he said, whenever you get an opportunity and you do not know what to do, say yes, and then you figure it out. So I said, okay, yes. And I said, how much time have we got for me to train them?
Yeah.
Oh, Mouzes, they're flying tomorrow and they have the competition in Paris. Now, wait a second. This was the qualification.
For Olympics.
It was the last ticket to qualify for karate to go to the Olympics. All the other months of qualification didn't go the right way. She had come from over 8 months of losses.
8 months?
Yes, and this was the last chance. So I say, okay, how much time have I got? Oh, Mouzes, you've got only an hour, probably 2. And I said, okay, you guys,
change your fucking mindset.
You guys want a miracle. My name is Mouzes, but you need to speak with the big guy. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. But then I said, okay, no problem. Let's do it.
I'll figure it out.
So wait, I had 6 people of the team. And the only person who believed in what I was saying and doing was her.
Enough?
Yes. You see, in coaching, we just need one opening. Once we have one opening, literally miracles can happen. Sometimes people don't have their answers in life because they're too closed. The moment you open up to the possibility, things can happen. And things do happen. So we worked for that hour. And then it was 11th of June. And the day after I trained them before they were flying to Paris, I was meant to come to Sofia because I had an event, something here in Sofia. So I'm in Sofia and I'm in my hotel and I'm planning to go to Vitushka to eat.
Yeah.
And while I'm planning to eat, and as an Italian, and I think there was also a final game. There was a final of Champions League or something like that.
Something important.
Yeah. So as we're going out, my assistant calls again. Hey, Mouzes, she has made it. She's getting to the semi-final. But she wants to talk to you now because now it's the final game. This game is really important. It's either going or not going. She wants to talk to you now. And I wanted to eat. Okay. So I leave the restaurant. I go back in the hotel. I call my translator, who was somewhere in a pool, in a party. So I call him, listen, there's an emergency. I need you right now. Okay, I'm there. Okay. So we do it, and I give her the last 5 minutes, which is the last push.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, we are watching it in the restaurant because now, let me watch it. I didn't watch the first games, okay? Yeah. Now let me watch the last 2 games. And I'm looking at how they are fighting. And my fiancés, they're saying, oh, these girls are really beating themselves. Because they were really fighting, really aggressive. It's not like world wrestling. This was really punching really hard. And then she gets it. And she got the ticket for Tokyo, not through a secondary entrance, a repescage. No, she got it with a gold. And now we have an anchor. Now I told her we have got the gold as qualification. Now we are going for the gold in Tokyo. Shh, Mouzes, don't say that. Don't say that. What if it doesn't happen? Well, what if it happens? So I told my team, I'm going to work now for the next 40 days. I told my team, you're going to stay with me only if you believe it's possible. I had to lay off a couple of people who were not believing it was possible. So I had with me only my core team who was believing it was possible.
Yeah.
And then the magic happened, and then the rest you know of it. 5th of August, Bulgaria is on top of the world. So that's how it happened. So it was through a training to a company that then, you see, sometimes we undermine the effect of what our actions can do. For example, now you're having a chat with me. Who knows tomorrow what this is going to bring to you, to me, to everybody who is listening? So every day I live my life as a tsunami of impact because you may never know what we may bring, what may happen through that. So just at training, there was the manager in the right place. The manager told Ivет and the trainer, by the way, the trainer is the brother of the manager, said, if you want something, the only person who can help is this guy.
He believed in you, yeah.
And then everything, the rest you know it.
Do you believe of the power of the words? It's like when you say, because it's your second time. First up there, I whispered you something, and you say, don't whisper it. Now you say that they telling you in whisper, don't say that, we're gonna be first. Do you believe in the power of the words? Like when you say something, you plant it in the universe, saying something like that, and then it becomes true.
Absolutely.
Power of the words.
Absolutely. The universe.
Can you tell me something about?
Yeah, the universe cannot have anything empty.
Yeah.
Okay.
It needs to be filled.
Yes. For example, now this bottle is half empty. Okay. There cannot be anything empty in the universe. So the words, okay, are vibrations. And you know music, okay? Me too, I love music. I play several instruments, so I know how it works. Music is vibration, and vibrations are literally live. You can feel them. You can even see them and test them and feel it, okay? So words are vibrations. So when we say something, we are either sending a vibration which matches with the universe or doesn't match. When it matches with the universe, things start to happen. So our words are literally creating. Now, the ancient book, whether you believe it or not believe it, says the word was light, and the light was God. So the word is the only way we as human beings, we can communicate. So that's how powerful it is. I cannot read your brain. I need you to speak to me. We're not like animals who follow their instinct. Yeah. We have words, and words are a process of our thoughts, of our feelings. So that's how powerful words are. So when you use words like, oh, look at how I'm dumb, look at how I'm stupid, look at how I used to be like that. I used to be the person that if my pen falls down, oh, look at how stupid you are, Mouzes. You can't even keep a pen. Look at how stupid you are, you got this fine. Look at how stupid you are, you crashed the car. Look at how stupid. Those words create. That's why it's important to create new words, empowering words, words that create a new reality. And by speaking those words, you are speaking life. Yeah. Because now the words create that reality. Now, it may look and it may sound like rah-rah stuff. It's not at all.
No, I think that today's society...
There's science behind this. There's science behind this, and it's about vibrations.
It's good that you actually experience the change, you know? You're not just book man, just who read that, and today is perfect place to say it, you know? In the podcast, brilliant, I'll say it.
And for those of us who are watching and listening to us... When you give an
examples,
yes,
I see that you lived through that.
The most powerful words you can use in life is what you say after I am. For example, if you say, I am strong, I am able to do this, I'm able to love, I'm able to forgive. Everything that you say after I am, you are literally a co-creator with the universe, and you're creating that reality. So, if you look at any type of religion, okay? For example, let's look at Christianity, because I'm Christian. God used to call himself I am who I am. So there's a divine creation in the words I am. So every time you say I am, you are bringing the divine element, the supernatural element, and every word you put after that, you are literally creating it.
Yeah.
So if you say, I am a good father, even if you may behave in a wrong way, but you keep on saying, I am a good father, I am working to be a good father, I am a loving husband, you are creating that reality. And sooner or later, that new reality will override all the bad and negative stuff. So part of my processes and techniques when I work with my clients is to watch out the words. Really watch out the words.
Yeah, really, really.
When I was working for the Olympic, I told my team, when we win, not if we win.
Yeah, when we. When.
Not if we win. And one day my fiancée slipped and said, if she wins. No, when she wins.
Is that transforming your mindset?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because, you know, someone now from village, he watched that and say, oh, only words, only just saying, I'm gonna do my garden. It's not gonna do my garden. I just have to pick up my ass and do my garden.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I told anybody. It doesn't matter if I say it.
Yeah.
I just have to do it.
Yeah.
So the words are behind.
Yeah. But let me tell you this.
I'm giving you an example.
Yeah. When you say, I am, I can, I, and everything else that follows, guess what happens? You are saying it, but then your ears are listening it, and then your mind is thinking about it. And then, you know, vibrations. When you speak, you've got your chest, which vibrates.
Yeah.
So now your body's feeling it. So now we have used all the senses. Audio, mental, visual. Yeah. Again, audio because you have spoke it.
Yeah.
And then kinesthetic, you have felt it.
Yeah.
So putting all these together, and the more you repeat it, and you bring in also feelings, which I call incantations, not affirmations. When you do something with a feeling, okay, now it's embodied in you. And sooner or later, instead of going to say, do you know what I'm going to drink with my friends? Wait, you said they're going to do the garden?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go and do it. And now you take action. It doesn't happen, sega. Burzo. It doesn't happen immediately.
No, yeah.
It takes time. It's a process. You can't expect to change a behavior that you've had for the last 20, 30 years, change it now because you've listened to
There's no magic in this.
This black guy here. No. This is a part of a process. This is part of you allowing yourself, but it's the starting beginning of it. Try it. And this is what I talk about in my book.
Yeah, you're fascinating, man. I really like you. Really, really like you. Can we talk about my colleagues from Black Eyed Peas? They will be here in Bulgaria in July.
Fantastic.
They're saying one thing which I think that you will have a lot to say about it. Where is the love in this? How is it situated?
What is the love?
Can you change this? And by saying, I love her, I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him, and then became a love? Is that a cheat code for making yourself love something? Because we speak about work, but first you say that if something happens in your personal life, then you're gonna be shit in your work.
Mm-hmm.
Your personal life is always involved with love.
Mm-hmm.
So again, to Black Eyed Peas, where is the love?
Let me challenge you. Let me take it to another level.
Let's go.
I would add on, where is the love for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
The first love that you have to have is for yourself. And I always teach this to my students when I work with them. You need to get to a point where you're not selfish, but yourself first. Put yourself first, and then you can put other people. Love yourself first, and because you love yourself, you are able to give love to others. You cannot give love to other people if you don't love yourself. You cannot do that at all. You fly, okay, like I do. When you fly, they always tell you, in case of emergency, put on your mask first. How can you tell that I've got my small kids, I want to save them? Well, if you put the mask on your kids first and then you go out of oxygen, who'll take care of them? Instead, if you're fast to put on your mask, first of all, yourself, then you can take care, you can rescue, you can provide for your kids. So, where is the love? Well, we need to start having a different perspective. And instead of criticizing ourselves all the time, we should literally be able, like I do in my book, hug yourself and tell yourself it's all good, it's fine. You are more than enough. And in my book, I say one thing which really was a transforming point for me. You are perfect in your imperfection.
Yeah.
We live in a world where everybody's looking for the perfect boobs, perfect lips, perfect ass, perfect man, perfect abs, perfect car, perfect income, perfect. That's an illusion. That's an illusion. And what I teach is that you are perfect in your imperfections. Love your imperfections.
That's really good to say, because now someone will say, he's talking about all the things are illusions. How can illusion change the reality? And now you're saying that just that. That's a good one. It's a good one. Let me fire you up. Today, I watched on your YouTube channel. Отвори YouTube канал му, казва се Моузес на Лока с двойно C, така да кажем. To open your YouTube channel. I saw you in one airport and you were talking about artificial intelligence because of one cleaning robot.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You seem so fired up about it. You're like, artificial intelligence, the AI that. In business, from now to the years on, I think that this thing will change a lot of stuff. The artificial intelligence. Yes. How that will incorporate with your business, because what are you going to do? You're going to change the mindset of AI? Are you a type of AI in the mindset?
This one.
Regenerator AI? Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one.
This one.
It's like, is it AI, this one that we talk about, the perfection which all of us are seeking in business? Is this the future? The AI?
Well, definitely, it's not the future. It's the present already.
Yeah, it is.
It's the present already. And in this video, I was challenging everybody, like, are you valuable to the market?
Yeah.
So
where's your place?
No matter what happens with the artificial intelligence, there will be always human beings. And now we need to start thinking of, am I replaceable? What I'm doing, is it replaceable? Because you may be replaced, but are you adding value in the market in such a way that you are truly searched, wanted, and still making money? Now, I don't want to become political, but all the political world is talking about universal credit, universal salary, because they want everybody to be on the same level, equal.
That's how they can control it.
Yeah, and by becoming all equal, you are not needed. You're just a number.
Of course.
I don't want to be a number. I want to be more. I want to impact more. I want to contribute more. That's why I'm always working and striving to add more value in people's lives. Because the moment I add more value in people's lives, I'm not replaceable. And I am immortal. I used to tell this, I'm immortal.
Which is not bad. Yeah. Not bad. You know, this is one of the biggest fears which will come in near future, because now it's here, but I think it's not that embedded already. But that's the problem, because they say, oh, you fired me because I was drunk on Sunday. Okay, find somebody else. And you live with the dream. He's gonna get drunk too someday. So what you gonna do? You gonna fire him and me and everybody because you're getting drunk? Doesn't care. I doesn't care. It doesn't matter. Fire me. You'll find somebody else who's gonna get drunk. Not today. I'm firing you, and I'm putting a freaking AI.
Yes.
Who's not gonna get late on Monday. He's not gonna get drunk on Sunday. And who's never gonna say, no, sir, I'm not gonna do it because I'm on the Bahamas.
And he's not gonna ask for holidays.
Yeah.
No kids.
And you know
nothing.
what? He's not gonna ask about money, about raising, about anything. It's like, how you fight with that? Or do you have to fight with it?
Well, we need to embrace the change.
Yeah, because change my perspective.
Yes.
For this.
Yes, and focus on becoming more valuable.
Yeah, I think it's important now for me and you, especially for you, to change the mindset about the people who are afraid from AI, and they have the right to be afraid. Now you have to change the perspective so they can live normally. I don't know, because they're feeling like somebody is on the back, and this somebody is a computer.
Yeah.
And they are afraid. But I believe that if we change now the perspective, me and you, today,
absolutely,
it will help for a lot of young people that are watching us now. And we will grow up with the fear of an AI.
Yeah.
So let's
do it.
Let's do it. Let's change
Absolutely.
it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's create more awareness and create more possibility for people, because it's really important. Yeah, I agree with you. Totally agree with you.
We have to change the perspective of an AI. But what are you going to do? Because you have to work with the mindset of a businessman who is an AI now.
Well, we will see. We are 8 billion people.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I love your positivity about it.
There's still plenty of things to be done. I mean, there are a lot of people who have even no idea that they can improve themselves.
Can you work with the Bulgarian national football team? Because we need to beat somebody. Because we are now on a streak like 13 years not beating anybody. No, we beat somebody, but it doesn't matter. It's like, we need to change that.
Yeah.
You need to work with the Bulgarian national team.
Yeah.
Or football clubs or
if
something.
If they give me a call, definitely we can do
Give
something.
them a call.
We have another Olympic Games. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, just strike more.
Why not? The book is called More. Let's go for more. Let's go for more medals next year.
Let's go for more. Damn. Mouzes, really, really, really happy that I have the chance to meet you.
My
I have
pleasure.
the chance to speak with you, for you to be that open to me. Do you think that the people that are watching, and you in your mind before coming here, I'm sure that you run over the interview. Do you think that there is something that I should ask you and you should tell the people, but I forget, or I didn't get to this question? Do you think is something that I should ask you?
I think you asked everything that you wanted, and it was so spontaneous. There was no agenda, and I love that. Yeah. I love your spontaneity. I love your way of hosting everything. So I believe that what was needed came out. So if you have anything that you may have kind of put the handbrake and you do want to ask, feel free.
No, by the conversation between me and you, I want to say something for goodbye.
Okay.
Joe Rogan, get your ass, man. I'm coming. I'm coming. No, someday. Do you believe? Yeah, I believe.
Why
now
not?
I believe. Joe Rogan, I'm coming, man. I'm coming with my podcast. And I'm more spontaneous than you. Thank you. Today, my guest was Mouzes Naloka. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.